Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn the basic concepts of relational data model. After watching this video, you should be able to describe the properties of relational data model and explain the types of integrity constraints in a relational data model. What do you mean by relational data model? Relational model is the primary data model which is used for data storage and processing. Why do we need relational model? To execute complex and sophisticated queries, to store data as tables rather than plain lists, to allow cross-referencing between different sets of data. The four most important properties of a relational model are tuple, attribute, relation, and integrity constraint. A tuple is a single row in a table which contains a single record for that relation. An attribute is an individual column in a relation. A relation is the information contained in a table. The integrity constraint is specified between two tables and it is used to maintain the consistency among rows between the two tables. Now let us see the three main integrity constraints in a relational model. Domain integrity constraint, entity integrity constraint, and referential integrity constraint. Let us look at each one of them. Domain integrity constraint means attributes having specific values, and every attribute is bound to have a specific range of values. The constraints you can set for an attribute using domain integrity are: define data type, define size of data, check whether null value is allowed or not, check for uniqueness. For example, consider a student table shown on screen, where a domain integrity constraint is set on age attribute to ensure that the value is above 15. Entity integrity constraint states that the primary key should be unique and not null. This is because the primary key value is used to identify individual rows in a table. If there were null values for primary keys, then it would mean that we cannot identify individual rows. For example, consider the student table shown on screen, where entity integrity constraint is set on attribute student ID, which is the primary key. Hence, the attribute student ID should accept only the values that are unique and not null. Referential integrity constraint is specified between two tables. It is used to maintain consistency among rows between two tables. For example, if you have two tables, order and customer, where customer is the parent table with primary key as customer ID and order is the child table with foreign key customer ID. As per the business rules, you cannot place an order without a customer. This business rule can be implemented using referential integrity in SQL on relational database. Now let us see some more properties of the relational model. Relational schema refers to metadata elements which are used to describe structures and constraints of data representing a particular domain. Consider an example of the company database where each table contains a set of attributes. A relation instance is a finite set of tuples in the relational database management system. A tuple can also be called a record or a row. A relation instance is a set and it has no duplicate tuples. The order of tuples is not important. Consider a student relation where each row is unique and does not have any duplicate values. Now let us do a quick recap of this video. Relational model is the primary data model, which is used for data storage and processing. Three most important properties of a relational model are tuple, attribute, and relation. A tuple is a single row in a table. An attribute is an individual column in a relation. A relation is the information contained in a table. Then we saw three integrity constraints in a relational data model: domain integrity, entity integrity, and referential integrity. Domain integrity constraint is used to ensure specific values on an attribute. Entity integrity constraint is used to ensure that the values are unique and not null. Referential integrity constraint is used to ensure consistency among rows between two tables. Relational instance is a finite set of tuples in the relational database management system. Relational schema refers to metadata elements which are used to describe structures and constraints. Thank you for watching this video.